First off, just proud of our team. You're coming off a short week, off of a very emotional game there Sunday night. We talked a lot about just our response. I know that's a word we say a lot around this program, but I truly believe that indicates the identity of who you are, what you're about, what you want to accomplish. And I thought our guys came out tonight. There were some plays we left out there. There's no question. There'll be a lot of things that we're going to get to do to continue to work and be more efficient, to be able to execute better. But when our guys came out, they played with passion. They played with effort. They played with physicality. And I thought. To be able to do that, I think a Southern Miss football team is going to have a good year. I mean, they're very well coached. They did some good things, but I like our guys' mindset. This was a really good week of work for what they invested. But ultimately, you got to go do it. And I thought they did a great job tonight. Some big plays on both sides of the ball. Even it's good to see even on not on the cleanest night that we had, in some situations, especially like throwing the football. Had some missed opportunities, some drop passes, things that we got to get cleaned up. But I thought our guys responded really well, and just proud of what they did. And it was a great atmosphere tonight. So good to be back at home. And last week in Orlando was truly special. But there's nothing like playing Saturday night in Doak Campbell Stadium. It's remarkable. I mean, you felt it throughout the course of the game. Thank you to our students for coming out, and I sold out student section. You felt them. Marching Chiefs were awesome throughout the course of the night, and just grateful for our entire fan base. Just how they showed up and showed out. And it was really a great atmosphere for our home opener.
What does it say about the explosiveness, I guess, and also depth of your team that you could look a little, not as efficient in the first half, but still put up 66 points in 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we did a good job of is we owned the ball, and so we didn't turn the football over. That was big, and I tell our guys all the time, just give yourself one more play. You look at our cash down conversions. I think we're close to 50%. I know you can look at the third downs. We were 4 of 12, but the fourth downs we were 4 of 5. And those are still conversions, and that's where our guys believe that they didn't. There's some things that we didn't force, or some things that we had to respond to. Jordan made a couple remarkable plays on a few of them, but they played the next play, and I think that's great evidence for our team that if you will continue to do that, if we can own the football, we got great playmakers. I think we know that, and it was great to see a variety of different guys that showed up. Darren Williamson with the big touchdown catch, that was a big play. He's been battling injury. He's shown flashes throughout his career of what he can be, and that was a big play. That was a big play for him. Obviously, the guys that Deuce Spann had a big play, which I thought, you look at those, Keon, yes, that was a remarkable performance and unbelievably athletic play. But it's great to see the guys that are surrounding him that have continued to grow, that are continuing to develop. Johnny, he had to come out a little bit there early in the game. There was some rough opportunities there, but he's going to continue to respond and continue to grow. He's a special player. But then really same thing in the run game. We were able to stay after it and really kind of put the game away there. In the second half, being able to establish a run and have some big plays and some big runs.
And Mike, some of those fourth down decisions weren't automatic decisions. Is that has to go to the confidence you have in that offense and probably that quarterback too? Is that
yeah, absolutely, and it's confidence I have on our defense too. This is a team, and it's one that I tell the team all the time. There's going to be times that we're going to have each other's back, and obviously I've got a lot of confidence. I wouldn't do it in going for it in those fourth down situations, and we were able to convert 80% of them. But if you don't, right, then defense has to have the back of the offense, and those are opportunities that in our response that that are necessary. And I think this team is something we talk very openly about. We start in fall camp and we train those situations, and I think our guys are growing in their confidence in what we can do. just throughout that.
Mike, you were able to get a bunch of true freshmen on the field and a lot of guys' experience overall. I guess how important is it to get that on film in a game like this?
No, absolutely. It's great to be able to have the opportunity to do that, to see guys, in the moment, with what their responsibility is, what their assignment is, how comfortable they are in communication, and then overall the execution. We've got a really talented young group. And I'm excited about where the future is. But those games, it points out the good, and it also at times can point out areas that need to be improved upon as we go through the season. I am fully expecting that a bunch of our true freshmen are going to be great contributors throughout the course of this year. Be able to have some opportunities there for them to see it and learn from it, I think is huge. So it definitely played out as good as it could when it came to that. I think we tried to play just about everybody at some point tonight, and which is great experience. Those kids, those guys, they worked their butts off in practice. Some guys got on the field for the first time, and it was pretty special to see.
Jarion Jones had that pick six in the third quarter, I believe it was. Just how big was that? And after that point, you got the starters out. How big was that play at that moment to, just kind of go to the next part of the game?
No, it's huge, and Jarion has really developed so well in this program, and his growth mentally, physically, just emotionally, all things. He's played a lot of football for us, but I think there's no doubt he's playing his best ball now. He was dealing with an injury, there in fall camp, missed a little bit of time. This was a little bit limited last week, in LSU game, but still, did some good things, and then to see him be able to execute in that moment to get the pick six, it was huge. And he actually broke the rock for us there after the game, because I thought that was a special play and a great moment for him, and kind of was the kind of finish we wanted with with that first group.
I'm sure in situations like this, hopefully you see a complete defensive performance, a dominant defensive performance. Some of the skill position guys they have on that team. What can you say about the especially kind of the first team guys on defense, what they did tonight?
I thought they played exceptional, and we talked about stopping the run. That's a big offensive line. Running back, Gore is a really talented young man. We knew we had to get to him early. We had to try to stop him before he could get started. I thought we executed. We had a really good plan with Coach Fuller and the defensive staff, and guys went out and they committed to it. And we were what I was hopeful that we would be, and our guys played at a very high level. I thought they were great on the cash downs, third and fourth downs. They were remarkable. The first defense, I don't know if they gave up a conversion, but it was a really impressive performance.
Hey, Coach. You talked a little bit about it in your opening statement, but for the guys to come out the way they did tonight, after that short week, after that big win last week, what does it say about the maturity of this team?
Well, that's what we have to be. There's, we talked about it, and you can have age and experience, but the maturity is a choice that you have to make. And what do you want it to look like? What do you want to be? What are you willing to invest? We were tired. Early in the week, I promise you, coaching staff, all of us, we were. That was a fast turnaround. But when it came out to Tuesday's practice, Wednesday's practice, it was the output was there. It wasn't always the cleanest, as I told you guys on Wednesday, but it was it wasn't from a lack of want to, and to see guys invest in that work just to get better, and because that is the objective here. Is every day, we got to come out and we got to be better than what we've been. And I thought that there were some definite strides that we took throughout this week, and it does show the maturity. It shows the want to. It shows the belief, and the willingness to sacrifice to go get better.
Obviously, the opponent's different, but did you see anything from Trey different tonight and this week compared to maybe last week?
No, Trey's a great back, and I'm glad he's got a little bit of space tonight. There was last week, especially in the second half, I thought he had some really good runs. It was something that we were hopeful to see, and he's a great player, and definitely ran with a purpose. But I thought even last week, even though the numbers weren't maybe as good, but I thought that he ran hard, and there, especially in the second half, had a couple really big runs for us there last week. But tonight, I don't know what he ended up going for, but it was I think 8 yards, almost 9 yards a carry. I mean, it was a good night for him.
Hey, Coach, with the onside kick in the second quarter, a little bit unexpected, was that something you guys were planning all week or just a feel thing? Talk to me a little bit about that thought process.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be aggressive, and if we see something that we think we have an opportunity to capitalize on, I told the staff what kind of the circumstance situation we were going to do it this morning. Told the team, and we got what we knew we potentially could, and went out there and executed the plan. And I thought that was a great job by our guys. I know Shai had the opportunity to recover it, but a great kick by Ryan. And our guys, I thought that was a big part of it. The two long drives, even though I don't think in that drive, don't believe we scored on that drive, but it was the time of possession, the plays, really getting a chance to wear them down a little bit, and I thought it set up well.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, it's early in the season, but I just want to know if you think this is the most talented team you've ever coached. I mean,
we're a very talented team, and but talent will take you so far. It's got to go, and I want to be the most disciplined, the best team in being able to utilize their fundamentals, execution, their response. And, we're 2 weeks into it, and I'm very proud of what I've seen in 2 weeks. I like this team. I like this team in fall camp from the work they did in the summer. I like just the investment that they put into the relationships. But, it's a long journey ahead. And all that we can control is today, and I thought they handled today. But I'm excited about the talent and ability we have. We just got to continue to grow and get better, and overall operation. And I believe they'll do that.
Brock Lynn's first career play, runs for 34 yards, scrambles. What does it say about him to come in and not force a ball when he could have come in and just forced the ball and did something he didn't need to do?
I mean, I told him to trust his eyes. It's the same thing I tell all of our quarterbacks: trust your eyes, trust your feet. And he went through his progression. Had a little bit of a mistake by one of the other positions that were out there, and he did. He trusted his feet, and it was pretty good seeing him get out there and scamper down the field. So I really like be able to get that experience for Brock. AJ was able to get in. Obviously Tate had two really good drives. Great play by Marquiston Douglas there on Tate's first pass play. You'll be able to make a couple guys miss, and it's pretty impressive seeing 280 pounds run that way, that fast down the field. And Marquiston's a guy that's he's continuing to grow, continuing to work. You see the talent in that tight end room. Kyle Morlock had a big play. It's there's a lot of competition in that room, and definitely a bright future. All right, thank you guys.